In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Hello again. If we live by the Spirit, let us also walk by the Spirit. See, if you've been born again, your spirit man has come alive. And now God Himself, by His Holy Spirit, is united to your spirit. You are alive now, the real you, the you that God intended from the very beginning. Your life now is a spiritual life. And so, walk in the Spirit. Walk by the Spirit. Walk with an awareness of your real self united to Spirit God. That's how you walk by the Spirit. Today we start chapter 6, and in the first verse it goes like this: Brethren, even if anyone is caught in a trespass. Now, that caught in a trespass, it's not like you came around the corner and there they were doing something stupid and you said, aha, I caught you. No, it's not that kind of caught. What it's talking about here is the enemy has grabbed a hold of somebody and has them stuck in some kind of sinful behavior. And if you see that, it says, you who are spiritual. See, we've got to walk by the Spirit. It's critical. You who are spiritual, restore such a one in a spirit of gentleness. Here's the deal. If they're doing something sinful, there is a spiritual dynamic to that. And unless you're spiritual, you won't see that, and you'll deal with them from a place of judgment. You'll deal with them in the flesh, and we should never do that. No, you come spiritually with a spirit of gentleness, and you deal with the spiritual dynamic that's going on. They're believing a lie told by the enemy. The enemy has told them something, they've fallen into it, they believe it, and the only way to help that person, the only way to restore them is to show them the truth. Oh, you point them to Jesus. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. The only way to restore someone caught in a trespass is to point them to Jesus. And each one looking to himself so that you too will not be tempted. If we don't come to help from a spiritual perspective, then we are vulnerable to be dragged into the same kind of trespass. Verse 2, bear one another's burdens and thereby fulfill the law of Christ. You ache for the deception that they're stuck in so that you can help them come into the truth and get free from that thing. For if anyone thinks that he is someone when he is nothing, he deceives himself. If you don't think you're vulnerable to the nonsense of the enemy, then you are terribly deceived. Oh, if you think you're somebody, I would never fall into that kind of nonsense. You are deceived by the enemy, and you think you're something when you're really not anything. We're all guilty outside of Jesus and vulnerable to the schemes of the enemy against us. Verse 4, each one must examine his own work, and then he will have reason to boast in regard to himself alone and not in regard to another. You are responsible for your own nonsense that comes out of not keeping your eyes on the Lord. Look at verse 5. Each one will bear his own load. If you don't look at Jesus, the enemy will get his claws in you and you will be stuck in the natural, caught in some kind of trespass. And you'll need somebody spiritual to come along and refocus you from the nonsense to the Lord, who is the truth, so that you won't continue to walk in the lie that the enemy has you stuck in. Oh, behold, the answer to any trespass issue is a spiritual answer, and it is put your eyes on the one who is truth. Put your eyes on Jesus. God bless you as you spend your day free from the nonsense of the enemy with your eyes on Jesus, walking in life, walking in the Spirit, the real you that God intended from the very beginning. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'll see you then.
Give me Jesus, give me Jesus. You can have all this world, but give me Jesus.